Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. John Cena's last match is finally here. John Cena's final match as a WWE superstar is finally here. John Cena is the greatest sports entertainer of all time, and tonight against Gunther is his very last match. So here are some potential rumors that we might see unfold tonight. But before we get to that, let's just predict the other matches that are happening on Saturday night's main event. So I think Saturday night's main event, the show is going to open. There was a rumor that John Cena and Gunther were going to open the show and that John Cena really wanted the rest of the focus to be on the next generation of WWE superstars. That's not going to happen. As announced on Pat McAfee, John Cena and Gunther will close the show, and then there'll be a whole thing about John, and other superstars will probably come out, and there'll be some crying babies and all these types of things. You'll see me crying. Everyone will be crying, and that's really what will happen. So the show will definitely end with John Cena and Gunther, and then we'll get a proper send-off for John Cena after this year-long farewell tour. So what's going to open the show? We're going to see the World Tag Team Championship, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Javon Evans and Leon Slater, and I think, my prediction right here, right now, is that Javon Evans and Leon Slater are going to win this match and become the World Tag Team Champions. Now, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee have been putting on some fantastic matches, but I think it would be really cool as sort of a shock, a sort of a next generation type of thing, as sort of a send-off to how great John Cena is, to have brand new guys, brand new superstars, Javon Evans and Leon Slater, win the World Tag Team Championships, because we just saw Javon Evans on the most recent episode of Friday Night SmackDown beat The Miz, and so I think we could really kick this show off big with brand new World Tag Team Champions. But we'll see what happens. And then I think we're going to go to Bayley versus Sol Ruka. Sol is absolutely the future of the women's division, but I see Bayley winning this match. And then we have Cody Rhodes versus Oba Femi. Oba Femi was on Friday Night SmackDown. He fits really good on Friday Night SmackDown. He's going to have a fantastic showing, but overall I think Cody Rhodes is going to win this match, or potentially what you're going to see is Drew McIntyre come out, cause a distraction, or beat the shit out of Cody Rhodes, or whatever the case may be, and potentially give Oba Femi the win. And then I think we're going to see Oba Femi also in the Royal Rumble, and he's maybe predicted to win that thing, but I think LA Knight should be the winner of the Royal Rumble in 2026. But potentially in the Cody Rhodes Oba Femi match, you're going to see Drew McIntyre emerge and cost Cody Rhodes the title, cost Cody Rhodes the match, and then potentially you're going to see Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble, and then hopefully that's where Drew McIntyre wins the championship, and we see the return of Randy Orton. So potentially those things could shape out tonight at Saturday night's main event, and then of course you go into the main event match of John Cena versus Gunther. So the big out there rumor for John Cena versus Gunther is that The Rock is going to show up. We know The Rock and sort of Travis Scott were sort of the worst parts of the John Cena farewell tour. They did this whole sell your soul type of thing. They did this whole I'm final bossing. I took your soul. I own your soul now. And then Travis Scott didn't show up and The Rock never showed up afterwards. But potentially the biggest far out rumor possible is that The Rock is going to show up right after Gunther beats John Cena and say, "No, John, this is not over. I own your soul. You sold your soul to me, and now you've turned back to be a good guy, and you think you can just walk away on your own terms? That's not how the final boss rolls. You and me, one final match for your soul at WrestleMania 42, 13 years in the making, John Cena versus The Rock, and that's John Cena's actual last match as a WWE superstar." That is the most far-fetched rumor we could possibly have. I don't think it's going to happen, but just imagine you're sitting in your seat at home watching this show, and John Cena just tapped out to Gunther. His career is over. Everyone's crying. Superstars start to come out. Then the final boss music hits. And the whole room, the aura, the vibe shifts, electricity going through the air, and The Rock makes that challenge for John Cena. He makes that challenge for John Cena right there in the middle of the ring, and John Cena declines. And then there's a build-up, and there's some anticipation, and then it finally ends with them having a match at WrestleMania 42, and that's John Cena's actual retirement. Now, that's not going to happen, but it could. There are also rumors that Chris Jericho is going to show up. There are also rumors that Randy Orton's going to be here, even though he's filming some YouTube stuff with Mr. Beast. Chris Jericho is going to be there because WWE just signed him potentially. I don't know if they have. Either he's going to show up tonight or he's going to show up at the Royal Rumble. There's going to be some people from John Cena's past that either interfere in the match or are there after the match to sort of send him off to talk about this stuff, kind of like there was from Goldberg. But this is a huge, way bigger deal than Goldberg. I mean, the star power of like Goldberg and John Cena is not even comparable, and sort of the impact on the business is also not even comparable. So those are some of the rumors that you might see happen tonight. I think what's actually going to happen is that Gunther is going to tap John Cena out. Right there in the middle of the ring, John Cena is going to tap out. He's going to really give the rub and the push to Gunther. Gunther then is going to get that sort of ovation. He's going to soak that star power in. He's going to soak in that moment. Gunther's going to leave, and the ring is going to be there for John Cena, and other superstars are going to come out from the back. They might be on the ramp. They might be in the ring. You're going to see all of John Cena's sort of buddies come out. Maybe the Miz will be there, and then you're going to hear Edge's music hit. Just kidding. That's not going to happen. And I think that's actually the way it's going to go. And so, again, the match order, I think, for tonight is just going to be the World Tag Team Championship match. You might see some new champions. That would be awesome if the show kicked off that way. Then you're going to see a great match between Bayley and Sol Ruka. And then you're going to see a really good match between Cody Rhodes and Obafemi, which could have a interference from Drew McIntyre, which leads to sort of the culmination of Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes at the Royal Rumble. And then you're going to see the show end with John Cena's last match as a WWE superstar, where hopefully my boy Gunther, who I've actually wrestled a couple times, makes John Cena tap out. And that sort of skyrockets Gunther into like the Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins sort of stratosphere, which I think he's very close to being in. And then also you get cool matches from some NXT guys who could be the future of WWE as well. But we could see some really wild surprises also happen on Saturday night's main event with potentially Jericho or Randy Orton or anyone from John Cena's past, or potentially The Rock, which I don't think is going to happen. But let me know what you think is going to happen in the comments down below. And then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.